Did you ever ask yourself, what type of unit should I actually build when I'm playing European War 6? Should I go for archers? Should I go for infantry? Should I go for navy? I mean, navy is just like a longer arm of archers and infantry and cavalry. But oh yeah, and cavalry. Well, today is the video which explains to you which units you should get. I made a poll with you people, looking at the best unit types, and most people actually showed up that infantry is the meta unit. When I asked, archers come second and cavalry third, and last navy just for interest. So let's compare these three unit types. I'm just going to use this wonderful game of penis which you just saw. Penis game. Oh my god, like, just stop me right now. So now we have it. Now we have here the cavalry play, the archery place and the cavalry. So, how do you even distinguish if something is meta or not? It's kind of a hard question. I tried to compare these units on all of their base stats. So we're going to compare auxiliary infantry. Like, the worst unit has 132 health, that's just the base level, 34 to 35, 33 to 45 damage, 8 light armor, mobility, and the view. So I'll be looking at all of these stats. I'm going to also look at the array. So the special feature which these unit types usually have, for example, infantry has array, archers have volley. So that's what these guys are dealing with. So if we look at the base unit type of all of these guys, we can see that there are some differences. And I'm just not going to look at the weakest one, but it's just a prime example for what they have to offer. So if you look at pure health, our cavalry comes out first, infantry second, and archers last. So health, if you just want the health piece, go for cavalry. If you look at pure damage, again, infantry comes out the weakest. This time archers come out the strongest, but cavalry is pretty close in contention. If we look at movement, infantry and cavalry are pretty close, a little ahead of archery. Cavalry edges infantry, and in defense, infantry and cavalry are same, and archery comes out last again. So, if we just look at these basic stats, we'll see that cavalry seems to have an edge over all these guys. But wait, we have to consider one thing. The price for cavalry is a little higher than for infantry, and archers are actually quite similarly priced, but if you go to the higher up units, cavalries tend to be more expensive in general than archers. Infantry, on the other hand, is pretty cheap overall, the very most expensive units. So for example, you just look at the normal units, since we'll look at the special units. For example, legionaries is a special unit which you can't use, but the heavy infantry gets also up there in price. So over here, in just pure stats, you can see that cavalry in 3 out of 4 different stat types has a bit of an edge, or is top 2 always, is never last. Next, we have to consider the overall ability. So infantry gives better counterattack, cavalry has a good chance to attack again, and archers can double attack, but they deal a little less damage during siege, which isn't as bad. So of these 3 skills, I rate the archers one the highest, because no counterattack is so helpful. Will take less damage overall, and the unit survives longer because they won't always get the counterattack. Next to that comes the cavalry, which has a chance to fight again, which I find more useful than being a little more countered. But now you have to look at the role of these units. So a typical cavalry unit will be used very offensively, since it's a bit tanky, can go and fight. Cavalries tend to go and attack. Archers are the sneaky guys who try to snap in out of distance, go in, hit really hard, and then maybe you can retreat again and almost not lose any health. While infantry are the main city defenders. So that is probably the role of these boys. Another thing which we have to consider is that infantry can be built in any place possible. So in the cities, or in the, casernes or barracks, in the barracks you can build infantry. Archers and cavalry only can put in their specific right building types, which is a big minus to them. Now, let's analyze which of these types is useful. Like, oh yeah, and let's quickly still explain that Navy is kind of a thing in the middle, because you only can build Navy if a unit is already there, so Navy only makes sense on units, so it's kind of hard to, you can't really look at Navy. But well, let's get back on track. What I really like in Great Conqueror is that every unit has its style and it has its sense. Infantry is like a glass cannon, goes in, deals massive damage, but also can be killed quite easily if caught. Cavalry is the type of unit to go and attack places, be fast in, be fast out, deal crazy damage, and then leave again and be able to tank a bit. Infantry is the ideal city defenders. They're strong, they're durable. Stick a general on them and they'll do massive counters as well. Even infantry is very, very useful. Looking back at the poll I made with you guys, I kind of have to disagree with the majority opinion. I do find infantry's tanky and good in defending cities. For that, they are very useful, don't get me wrong. I also like to use them. Put a strong infantry general out there, he is able to tank quite a bit, he's very useful. But I think that cavalry probably is the meta right now. Has the highest output, yes, it's the most expensive, but if you get a good cavalry out there, especially putting a general on it, so for example my Arminius is getting 639 health, 17 armor, and this really, really strong damage. If you use your general right, this guy is a monster. Just look at the damage he can output. Something. Okay, he was certain circled right now. Let's test the ideal conditions. So we need a forest, and we need, yes, perfect. So here we have a forest, 159 damage. That's very, very strong. So yeah, these guys are fast, deal big damage. I think cavalry could be the meta type, only in contention possibly by archery. Cavalry probably is the meta type right now. Attack again, hit cities real hard, they're able to really run through units. If you have to go from here A to B, take out places quickly. And I think that is favoring the best playstyle right now, which is the rushing playstyle. So you have to just rush down an enemy, take its cities, and possibly defend it for a short while and then capitulating them. This favors speeding. So fast, tanky units, obviously, fast and high damage units obviously are a bit better than the sneaky, smart, big damage archers, and are a little better than the durable infantry, in my opinion, in the current European War 6 playstyle. This might change in updates, but right now I think that cavalry might be meta. Don't forget, all units have their benefits. Buy a good general in each unit type, it's gonna benefit you so much, but in my opinion, strongest units, cavalry. Thank you for watching, and bye!